Welcome back to Let's Cooperate's version of Dungeon Defenders Eternity, and we have Voldex, Reclaw, and Malinka here. Hello, folks.
Hello. Reclaw is spinning so
Hello.
much. I'm actually. I think I need to put dollars in his shorts. It's like a table dancer.
Do the Harlem Shake. Do.
I'm practicing my my visual awareness techniques.
Jesus.
You mean you've
Visual of what?
opened your...
Voldex, how can you come up with a
Yes.
reference that's like 2 years old? You're just like the worst meme man ever.
I know, referencing something like the Harlem Shake makes me feel like old.
Well, it makes me feel dirty, to be honest. Anyway, we've got an exciting level to do today. It's the Alchemical Laboratory. So it'll be our first boss fight of this series. So Voldex, if you want to set us up the bomb. Not that I can now say about your
Okay,
memes
bomb!
being out of date.
Bomb!
It's over 9,000. It's peanut butter jelly time.
Oh god!
Deal with it.
Whatever, Minga.
When was that a meme? You just made that up.
No,
Stop
that
making
was
things
from Big Brother from Jade Goody years.
I like blinking, I do. I've killed people with this thumb.
John Freeman, who was Gordon Freeman's brother, was one day in an office typing on a computer.
And the pants were dead.
And the pants were dead.
Oh god, what else?
Okay, well, let's pick up the manor as per usual, and then we'll set up our walls. So, it shouldn't take
Walls! Nose! That don't rhyme with walls.
Oh, this is the crazy map with all the... where you can see the mobs coming from a mile away because the platforms they spawn on are so tall.
Yep. That's right, son.
Yeah, it's a pretty small level, really, and
Mm-hmm.
It's petite.
Lots of obstacles to get stuck behind though, so watch out.
Your
Hey,
boss is
fire.
an obstacle to get stuck
Give us-
behind.
okay.
Oh, that's harsh. I train hard.
So you can actually knock this down to quite a few just small choke points. So we'll do that method. There's a couple of methods of doing this, but I'm going to drop this down to the smallest number of choke points this time, and I can get.
Voldex, don't waste the defense points.
Yeah, not.
It's how many defense points? It's like 3.
Well, wait till we've got this. So there's one, and that would take anything coming from this side and the top over there. Then we'll do one over here in a similar vein.
Hello. God, send my stuff.
There we go. And then there's two more, and they're both at the back.
2 more.
Let's put the let's put them here.
I actually prefer putting walls on like this straight, so the monsters don't have to come round the corner in order to hit the walls. Yeah, there we go. And then turrets can just bash them.
Well, this I'm not sure if you've got it unlocked, Maninka, but I find that one of the best towers that really shine on this level are the lightning.
Here's the lightning tower.
Yeah.
I've got those. I have those.
In fact, we've probably
Believe
got
me, I
enough
will be
mana.
abusing the hell out of those.
If you come over to me.
I need to place down 2 turrets in the back first.
Oh,
Give me a
okay. I could
The
have waited
back.
for a second.
profits more from normal turrets, I think. But you are right about setting those corners up with the other turrets.
Yeah. So I find this is a really good spot just here, Malinka, where I'm stood. Malinka? Hello? Oh, that could work.
Where are you standing? Click on the map. Ah, yes. That is
just-
indeed a very good spot.
So, yeah, basically having it on the corner here for a lightning tower means that the lightning will flow over and back and right the way up to this wall. That's why I like it. And have you got enough mana to do the same on the opposite corner?
I do indeed, thanks to your generous donation.
No worries.
Okay, so we've got a basic setup going. Let's see what we can get out of that.
I actually like
You
to
bin.
try and do this with as few defense units as possible towards the end that you can get away with, because then you can use the defense units at the end to actually attack the boss by turning turrets inwards.
Yep, very true.
By the way, spoiler alert,
yeah,
there's a
'cause
boss
you
on
can,
this level.
Yeah.
Oh no! Ah, why do you do that?
To be fair, we
I'm
did
disappointed.
it last season, so it's not that. It's not really a spoiler.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, and I'd forgotten about it because my memory is like, hi guys! Oh my god, we're playing Dungeon Defender.
Also, we were talking about the boss between the two of it. So, stop being dumb.
Story of the Wave.
silly
I went to the bathroom and there was a spider and it had boots on and it crawled up to me and went, "Hey, you want to buy some shoes?" I'm like, "No, I don't like to buy spider shoes. They're too small."
Wow.
It's
You
like,
still
"Bitch,
haven't-
I'm the best tailor in the..."
You still haven't got the point of Story of the Wave being that they're actual real stories, as opposed to your.
Hold on, this is real.
Get it. He'll get it eventually. I swear. I believe in him.
No.
Is it as
No,
opposed
it's
to
real.
Spider in
It happened.
Boots, which is like Puss in Boots but with spiders, and a lot more expensive
And it's-
because obviously
It's
spiders.
not voiced by Antonio Banderas.
Spiders.
That doesn't make it better, actually.
Spiders have.
It
more
kind of
feet,
sounded like the
so
spider
more
that tried to
boots.
hide.
But I don't know. I'll just carry on talking, and then hopefully Boldex will listen.
Yeah. No, I was even...
Well, Jesus Christ.
It lasted the wave!
Poop head.
Hey, that's taking it too far, man.
Anyway, normally we don't tell the story of the waves
Unbelievable.
till we get our defences in a nice
But
upgradable
I wanted something to
position.
cover up the first wave. So I thought, hey, Spider Tailor.
Okay. Is that
It kind
like
of sounded like the spider that tried to hide.
the spider that tried? Okay.
I
tell
wish
me-
I could take a picture of my face right now and just send it to Fire so he can insert it into the video for an accurate representation of how I feel about your spiders.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
this
pretty
needs a bit
sure
more
that
defense.
it would match my face. It's fine.
Fire, what should we do for the upgrade here? Because the lightning on this corner works, but we've got 2 streams coming in here. So we'll need to upgrade this defense for beyond just 1 mana.
Where's here? When you said 2 streams here.
Hooray! Over here.
Oh, okay.
And the other side, of course, as well. I'm thinking fireball turret somehow, but not sure how.
Usually these,
Ooh,
if
I
you
know
place
how.
a turret up here, it doesn't always get attacked, but sometimes it does. But anything behind is fine.
Well, this one could actually work pretty well there. I'll have to move out of my way. There we go.
Cool, and then you can do the same on the other side. I'll give you some mana if you need it.
I still got some mana, so thank you.
Mana.
Okay. Oh. Well then, let's. Other than that, I think that's probably good to just then go on a mass upgrade spree from here on, and we'll save the.
Yep.
If we can get away with it, we'll save the rest of the defense units for inward-facing turrets.
Yeah, man.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Wrecky!
Rocket Claw!
Right, so I'm going to
That reminded me
do
of
the story of the wave this time. So, story of the wave, it's the story of the wave, and it's a real one this time. So, most people know my name's Fireweaver, but not everyone knows why I'm Fireweaver. And it's pretty simple, really. It's because I'm also a fire performer, which I sometimes do. And if you're smart enough, you'll probably find a video of that somewhere online of me doing some kind of fire performing. It is around. But what I was going to say in particular was I was going to talk about the injuries and dangers of me fire performing, and one of the injuries that I got from doing such a thing. So I used to do a lot of like fire stays. It's basically like, I don't know, a Joe staff is actually called, because it's a 4-foot staff that, you know, you set on the ends on fire and you spin it, blah blah blah. But to start it off, I actually have a trick where I can light one end of the stick on fire, and then set my hand on fire and then transfer the flame from one end of the stick to the other via my hand. And so I did this crazy trick the first time. I was actually doing a gig at the time, and I thought, well, that worked fairly well, and it was good, it was successful, but I thought that the flame was rather weak. And so I thought, well, I might add a little bit more fuel to my hand to keep the fire alight a bit brighter. So I dumped quite a lot of fuel on my hands instead for the second attempt. And that was a mistake, because I set my hand on fire, lit the other end, it was very bright and very wonderful, and it must have looked amazing. The thing that probably didn't look amazing is when I started waving my hand around trying to put it out afterwards and couldn't. And yeah, it took quite a few seconds for me to manage to. Well, I basically sat on my hand. Was the only thing that I could do to like get rid of the oxygen, I guess, fueling the fire.
Don't tell me your pants went on fire as well.
No, it didn't get that bad, thankfully. But yeah, the upshot.
I think
of
that's why people went there.
The upshot of which is after causing myself second-degree burns, I end up in hospital, and yeah, a night in hospital, and mostly because it happened at night, so and most of that was waiting as opposed to anything particularly bad. Yeah, I had to cover it in a towel which was filled with ice, but I didn't do any permanent damage, thank God. But oh my God, it was painful, and yeah, the
Just to your ego.
Of fire performing. So yeah, that's my story of the wave, if you like.
The wave is
My
over.
mental perception of you has completely changed now. You know in Pokemon, those trainers that use crap tons of coughings, like from Gold and Silver,
Yes.
the fire breathers, that's you now. That is my mental image of you now. That
That sounds fantastic.
It's not as fantastic as you think.
I've got lots of fire performing stories, but I'll save those for later episodes, I'm sure.
Well, I can only imagine that the only thing that they include is you trying something new, you thinking it's going to be a good idea, even though you're literally playing with fire, and you thinking it's still a good idea to mess around with it. Even after the last time you set yourself on fire and you still tried it.
I've got some positive stories too, where it didn't end up in a ball of flames.
What are you talking about? That was a positive story. I thought that was great that you set yourself on fire. Tell another one.
Oh wow.
I didn't know British rednecks existed, actually.
Oh wow.
Recall, there was no barbecue involved.
We call them chavs.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes completely different. No,
I can
no
show you videos.
having sex with your cousin either, I guess.
Well, not in
Well.
England, but in Wales maybe. There goes my Welsh audience.
Oh, fire, fire, fire. You're playing with fire again.
In a philosophical manner.
Wow.
Oh, that was amazing.
And apparently in a
Poor
Welsh
Wales.
manner. I don't feel sorry for Wales. Never
so,
feel sorry for Wales.
So whose turn is
ouch.
it now to tell a story of the way? I think it's Malinka, isn't it? You were going to say...
Sure. Yeah. Well, what some people know about me is if I ever watch TV and series, I love puzzle series. Think House, Think the Mentalist, Sherlock, definitely.
Crystal Maze.
The first seasons of CSI I watched a lot. I actually don't know that one, so laugh ahead. I have no idea what series that is.
He's taking a piss, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's a really trashy game.
Anyways,
Go on.
okay.
Man, I know what the Crystal Maze is.
You were saying?
Anyways, indeed. I saw a commercial on TV here that they were going to transmit, or actually have on TV, Elementary, the American show that
It's
should be
about
based on
schools?
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, okay.
No, not really.
It's all about
No.
primary school
If
children.
I have to watch a school series, I'm going really old school and watch Saved by the Bell, okay?
Oh my
When I
god.
wake up in the morning and the day just started dawn, and I hope that I arrive there on time. Anyway, go.
The only thing I
Anyways,
know
what I heard
about
from
Saved by
Elementary.
the Bell is that I really had a thing for Kelly. Is it Kelly? That is her name, isn't it?
I had a thing
Yeah,
for
it could be.
Screech.
Okay, Voldex wins.
I haven't even told my story yet. Go.
Anyways, I've heard a lot of comparisons by now between Sherlock and Elementary, and honestly, I'm just not sure what's true. I heard that it's mostly a series now that, well, it uses the name from the original books, but, well, it's better just to watch it as a crime show. And oh look, there's a character called Sherlock Holmes, but, well, he's got nearly nothing in comparison with the original characters. So now I'm actually starting to doubt, do I want to watch this show that really tears down my old favorite books? I mean, I read a lot of the original Sherlock Holmes stories.
Well, if
What do
we
you guys
can
think?
leave that,
Should I watch it?
we can also leave a part of that to the audience. I'll let Veclaw talk about it because I think he's watched it. But if you've watched it and you want to leave a comment in the video below, you can tell Malinka where to go. I mean, what to watch. Sorry. But yeah, Veclaw, what do you think of it?
Damn.
What is Elementary again?
It's elementary, dear Watson. Except
I've
it's
never
not.
Heard of the show?
Oh.
You're an American. How can you not have heard of it?
You're American, come on. Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Like I said, I watched Sherlock. I know nothing about Elementary. Zero, zip.
There was this guy who was like, hey, come on, this person's English. You must obviously know who they are because you're English too. And I'm like, alright, well then who's this woman? I can't remember her actual name, but I used to know what Pink's real name was, you know, the performer Pink, because my sister loves listening to Pink. But that's obviously not her real name. And I'm like,
What, your
oh yeah,
sister?
well who's that? Huh? She's American, you must obviously know who she is. And it's like, I have no idea who that person is. It's like, but you're American! And so's this person. Why don't you know this person? I was just completely taking the piss. Because, you know, that's what I do. All the piss is gone. There's just no piss left. After I'm through with the story.
Thanks for sharing. Okay.
Or maybe we can combine Fire's story with my story and we can just light the piss on fire. That'll make a hell of a show.
I honestly think we shouldn't try that.
Is anyone
Fire
else
was-
scratching their head besides me about now?
It's Voldex. I'm giving up scratching my head.
Okay.
My head's eroded away.
If it helps, I got the joke. I'm just flabbergasted as to how I came to that conclusion.
Well, I mean, I can tell my story
Okay.
if you
Go for
like.
it.
Okay, let me see if I can compose myself for this. There was this woman
You lived in a shoe?
at Port Mary. Yes. Well, actually, there's kind of like two stories. One was when I was with my father and we were in Wales shagging sheep. Okay, that wasn't the story. We were at Port Miriam, and it's a really lovely place with a massive beach, and there's a really nice looking windmill, and in the background, if you look far enough, there's a massive eyesore which includes electrical pylons and all those sorts of things. And my dad was leaning over the railing to see these pylons. He's like, I can't believe they put those pylons there. They're a massive eyesore. And as he was saying this, there was this woman. She must have been like 70 years old or something. And she's like, what are you looking at? And my dad goes, there's some electrical pylons over there. And then she goes, ooh! And then as soon as she goes, ooh, and leans over, the massive fart just erupts from her. Like, you wouldn't believe, just a humongous fart, like, ooh! And my dad bursts out with laughter. My dad's got one of those really amazing, contagious laughs. So he's laughing, and I'm laughing because this old lady farted, and then her husband heard it, but she was pretending like it didn't happen, even though we were right next to her. And just like, she's just trying to pay it absolutely no mind. Have you ever been in one of those situations where you've just farted and you pretended not to fart? Like, it's okay, I didn't hear a thing, making it up.
No.
No, that's never happened ever.
No.
Man, when I fart, I own it. I'm like, guys, I'm gonna take a step out of the room. Hopefully, it won't permeate too badly. I'm gonna grab some air fresheners, and I'm just gonna do the best I can. Please don't hate me.
The
I'm
office
sure.
that I work in is extremely quiet all the time. You know, you can almost hear a pin drop. You know, I don't know why. Just people that aren't that talkative in their teams, but there's a lot of people in there. There's like 200 odd people who work in those offices, and I always struggle because obviously if you're there every single day, at some point you're gonna need to fart, but it's really difficult to make it silent.
I can't believe we got to this point in the conversation because of me.
You started it. Yeah.
I did.
Fire, bring on the last wave.
Almost.
I don't know
Is it?
about farting and then combining your favorite hobby though. That just doesn't seem like a good combination.
Has anyone got
Hey,
some mana
Fire,
for
you should
me?
totally do it. Yes.
Yeah, can you drop some on
I've got
me?
another
I'm
store.
just here. Well, wait a minute, I haven't finished with the fart thing yet. Because I've got something that like I want to know
Press
about.
G.
No, drop me some mana. I pinged on
I'm
the
trying to
map.
find
Thank
you,
Zero
you-
mana left.
you. You disappeared on the. You went through the wall.
I got mana.
There we go. Now I'll press G. God, right. And this is why we listen to each other. Anyway, yeah, I want
we
to
don't.
know, why do they make bathrooms the most echoey places in the world? I just don't get it. Because like it's a place where you're most likely to fart and to take a dump and all that, but they're always like super quiet and super echoey. So if you're in a public loo, that it's just the most awkward experience ever. Does anyone else get like bladder shy?
No,
Nope, you're the only one.
No.
No? I know
I think for
loads
safety reasons,
People-
it kind of makes sense because it's a very closed-in space with a lot of stalls that you can get locked in easily. And if something were to happen to you, like you would fall down, break your leg, or cut yourself open, you could yell and it would echo, and then people would be able to maybe help or something.
I thought it was because it was to make it easier to hear yourself sing.
that would be more like I better run back and heal. I thought that was for showers, not really for public toilets.
You've never sang in a public toilet.
No.
I have.
Okay.
What's your favourite song to sing in the bathroom? Mine's Humpty Dumpty.
Damn it, I just fixed that goblin.
It's why is this so random? I'm trying to got conversation pieces, but Boldex is just throwing it into the land of random.
You know, Humpty Dumpty was not once mentioned to be an egg in the actual rhyme.
I do know that, yeah.
Oh my god, that's a nice lag. Anybody else got that? That was special. Wow. Alright, hang on. Yeah, I've got another story. I'm lagging a bit, so if I crash, I'm really sorry, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, what if the game crashes? I'm just throwing it out there just in case.
Is that your story?
Remember
That's-
tower positions, all that crap.
That's great. If you're so laggy, why are you
Let's
still
see.
talking?
Story. No. My story is I was in Blackpool. Because I'm kind of taking it for granted that the vent is fine. It's just that my game is unbelievably laggy.
The vent is a little behind.
Oh my god!
I think you're
15
lag.
seconds.
I think you yourself are lag.
Anyway, before we
Your
have a
brain is
falling
causing
out-
me to lag.
Right, we've got a boss incoming in about
Oh my
5
god,
seconds.
my stupidity is spreading amongst the masses.
So very quickly, for this boss, I'll just do a quick overview. There's 4 towers that will have health bars. They're still the towers are there even now, but they'll actually have health bars. If you shoot all 4 of these towers, then we'll basically stun and do a lot of damage to the boss. But you'll see that when we're fighting in a moment, and that'll be mostly our focus. But thankfully, as we said, we saved a lot of defense units, and you'll be able to see there's a lot of inward facing turrets too, which is going to help. The boss has a nice fire beam, I guess, that he drops down, and there's the health here. So we just need to shoot these out on the corners, and now the boss gets electrified, and he gets wrecked.
Bubbles! I gave him bubbles.
Cool, and that's half his health done. I'd say that's mostly because of the amount of towers that we've got facing inwards, makes this really easy. So yeah, you try and do the outside with as minimum defense
Satan got nothing.
as possible, and then this boss becomes a joke. Even on high difficulty
Remember how
levels,
much fun.
I recommend the same approach. And
There we go.
Pansy. The devil is a loser and he's my bitch.
And I'm going to, because this was in the first season, you can escape out of the cutscene. There we go.
A lot of this stuff was in the first season. All the levels, all the fart jokes. It's all there.
Probably. So there is something I'm going to show just before we finish up. And that is, we picked up some special items for killing the boss. Where's the Defender's Forge? Okay, let me grab it.
Special.
So if I actually go to my item box in here, there's a whole bunch of other special items that we've got here that have been picked up on the way. We've got a loot quality boost that you can do before a mission. You can have an XP booster you can do during a mission, loot quantity and loot rarity. So all those are boosters, but when you defeat a boss you get these things. This is the artifacts. And you can see here that using this artifact on the hero provides plus 16 health and plus 1% hero damage on those, and I just click on use and apply it to this character, and I'll do exactly the same with the shoulders. Hit use and place it on my current character here.
Dungeon Defenders Item Discovery 101 by Fireweaver.
Yeah, there's just that people may not have noticed that they pick those up, so it's worth noticing that they're just a flat upgrade.
Well, you have to be pretty stupid
And
to not notice.
well, that's great. So anyone in our audience who didn't notice, now you've just insulted them. Well done.
Don't worry, I'm just as stupid as you.
If not more stupid, someone
You're not
argues.
alone.
And
That's debatable. I'm way stupider. I am the king of stupid.
I'm glad we're finishing on such a highlight. So thanks for joining us on this episode of Dungeon Defenders. If you enjoyed this, the series so far, if you enjoyed this episode, or if you've got any comments about any of the conversation topics that we bring up, or if you just want to tell Voldex to shut the hell up, then please leave a comment below.
Wow, that's a great outro. You should say that every time you make an outro.
Thank you. So from myself, Fireweaver, Voldex, Malinka and Reclaw, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Please come back.